Why does sexual desire decrease after marriage? Scientific explanation. Many people notice that sexual desire feels very strong before marriage, but seems to gradually decrease after marriage. This experience is extremely common and happens across cultures, ages, and societies. Importantly, this change does not usually mean that love is gone, attraction is lost, or something is wrong with the relationship. Science, especially biology, psychology, and lifestyle research, offers several clear explanations. Let's explore these reasons one by one. 1. Hormonal changes, from passion to attachment. In the early phase of a romantic relationship, often called the honeymoon phase, the brain releases high levels of certain chemicals, especially dopamine and norepinephrine. Dopamine is linked to pleasure, motivation, reward, and craving. Norepinephrine increases excitement, alertness, and emotional intensity. These hormones create strong sexual attraction, frequent desire, and intense emotional highs. This is why people in new relationships often think about each other constantly and feel a strong urge for physical closeness. However, the human brain is not designed to stay in this intense state forever. Over time, as the relationship becomes stable and secure, dopamine levels naturally decrease. At the same time, another hormone, oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, becomes more dominant. Oxytocin promotes emotional security, trust, long-term attachment, calmness, and comfort. This hormonal shift is healthy and necessary for long-term relationships, but it can reduce the intensity of sexual excitement, even though emotional connection grows stronger. 2. Familiarity and the loss of novelty. The human brain responds very strongly to novelty. New experiences trigger dopamine release, which increases desire and excitement. Before marriage, everything often feels new. New conversations, new physical closeness, new emotional experiences. After marriage, partners become familiar with each other's habits, routines, and behaviors. While familiarity increases comfort and trust, it can reduce sexual curiosity. This does not mean attraction disappears. It simply means that the brain no longer receives the same level of novelty-based stimulation. Without conscious effort to introduce variety, sexual desire may slowly decline. 3. Stress and increased responsibilities. One of the most powerful enemies of sexual desire is chronic stress. After marriage, many people face increased responsibilities, such as work pressure, financial obligations, family expectations, parenting duties. Stress increases the hormone cortisol, which directly suppresses sexual hormones like testosterone and estrogen. High cortisol levels signal the brain that the body is in survival mode, not reproductive mode. As a result, libido decreases. Sexual performance may be affected. Emotional closeness can suffer. This is a biological response, not a personal failure. 4. Sleep deprivation and physical fatigue. Good sleep is essential for healthy sexual function. In men, poor sleep significantly lowers testosterone, the primary hormone responsible for sexual desire. In women, sleep disruption affects estrogen balance and overall energy levels. After marriage, especially with children, sleep quality often declines. Chronic fatigue reduces both physical and mental readiness for sexual activity, even when emotional desire exists. 5. Psychological factors and mental load. Sexual desire does not come only from the body, it also comes from the mind. After marriage, many individuals carry a heavy mental load, such as planning household responsibilities, worrying about finances, managing family relationships. When the mind is constantly busy, sexual thoughts and fantasies naturally decrease. This mental exhaustion can quietly reduce libido without the person even realizing why. 6. Communication gaps and emotional distance. Healthy sexual desire depends heavily on emotional connection. Over time, unresolved conflicts, unexpressed expectations, or lack of open communication can create emotional distance. Even small issues, if ignored, can reduce intimacy. Common problems include not discussing sexual needs openly, fear of rejection or misunderstanding, emotional withdrawal after arguments. When emotional closeness weakens, Sexual interest often follows. 7. Is reduced sexual desire after marriage a disease? In most cases, no. A decrease in sexual desire after marriage is usually a normal biological and psychological response, not a medical illness. It becomes a concern only when desire is completely absent. There is distress or relationship conflict. There are symptoms of depression, hormonal disorders, or chronic illness. In such cases, medical or psychological evaluation may be helpful. 8. The good news: sexual desire can be improved. The decline in sexual desire after marriage is not permanent. Scientific research shows that sexual desire can improve significantly with healthy lifestyle habits, regular physical activity, proper sleep, stress management, emotional intimacy, honest and respectful communication, medical guidance when necessary. Long-term relationships may lose intensity, but they can gain depth, trust, and meaningful intimacy, which can also support a fulfilling sexual life. Conclusion: sexual desire often changes after marriage due to natural hormonal shifts, familiarity, stress, fatigue, and psychological factors. This change does not mean love is gone or the relationship is failing. It simply reflects how the human brain and body adapt over time. Understanding the science behind this change helps reduce fear, guilt, and misunderstanding, and opens the door to healthier, more satisfying relationships. If you found this information helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel for more science-based relationship and health content.